cause girls is players too. Yeah, pop up on the op it, watch it blick, blick. Yeah, everybody, I can't trust nobody. That's my twin in them. Oh, best friend, we killing them.
He made it very clear that he never wants to speak to me again. Again, the interview was done in June. I haven't said anything since, but respectfully, I just wish that we could just kind of just keep everything offline moving forward. If you have anything to say, you can call Grandpa Tito, you can call my mom, just like how you called me last week asking for what you asked for. You could have just hit me direct. Like, I'd rather you just do that on a respectful level of just me being your daughter at the end of the day. Like, we don't gotta have a relationship, but I'm still your kid.
What do you do when the entire internet decides you're the punchline and your own father leads the mob? She's the daughter of a hip-hop legend who became a media mogul, but she didn't want his name. She wanted to earn her own. Coi Leray dropped out of high school at 16, got disowned by her father, and built a career from scratch on SoundCloud. Now she's got platinum records, billions of streams, and beef with everyone from her baby daddy to the record label trying to bury her. This isn't a story about nepotism. This is about a woman who refused to be anyone's daughter, anyone's girlfriend, or anyone's victim. This is about Coi Leray doing it her way, no matter who it pisses off. May 11th, 1997, Boston, Massachusetts. That's when Coi Leray Collins entered the world, daughter of Benzino, the rapper, producer, and co-owner of The Source magazine, who was one of hip-hop's most controversial figures in the 2000s. Growing up in Hackensack, New Jersey, with 3 siblings, Coi had a front-row seat to hip-hop royalty. But that access came with a price: constant comparison, impossible expectations, and a father whose own demons would complicate their relationship for decades. Benzino wasn't just any rapper. He was a media mogul who used The Source's platform to wage war against Eminem, feuded with countless artists, and built a reputation as someone you didn't cross. Growing up as his daughter meant living under that shadow, with everyone assuming your success would be handed to you, that you couldn't possibly earn it yourself. At 14, Coi started making music, not because her father encouraged it, because she needed an outlet. The household was tense. Her parents' marriage was crumbling, eventually ending in divorce after Benzino left The Source. The family dynamic shifted, and Coi found herself caught between parents who were no longer together and a father whose attention was divided between his career, his controversies, and his children. At 16, Coi made a decision that would define her relationship with Benzino forever. She dropped out of high school. Her father was furious. In his mind, education was non-negotiable, the foundation for any real success. But Coi saw it differently. She wasn't learning anything that would help her pursue music. She was wasting time. So she left school and started selling drugs, grinding to support herself while making music in whatever spare time she had. Benzino didn't just disapprove, he essentially disowned her. The rift between them became public, painful, and would last for years. Coi was on her own, working retail jobs during the day and recording at night, uploading tracks to SoundCloud where nobody knew who her father was and nobody cared about her last name. In 2018, she released her single Hoodie, along with her debut mixtape Everything Comes.
Yeah, buddy, riding in the big drop, riding down 80 on the wheel with my wrist.
The music was raw, energetic, and unapologetically her. She wasn't trying to sound like her father or any other established rapper. She had a melodic flow, catchy hooks, and an aesthetic that blended hip-hop with pop sensibilities. The music didn't blow up immediately, but it got attention. People started noticing this girl with a unique voice and infectious energy. She signed a record deal with 1801 Records and Republic Records, a move that seemed like her big break, but would later become one of her biggest nightmares. In 2019, she released her second mixtape, EC2, showing growth and refinement. By 2020, her debut EP, Now or Never, dropped, and Coi was building real momentum. She was no longer just Benzino's daughter. She was becoming Coi Leray, an artist in her own right. Then came 2021, the year everything changed. Coi released No More Parties, a track that captured something the culture needed: vulnerability mixed with confidence, pain mixed with celebration.
Only one people around that's gonna make me better. And that, it's so
The song was about cutting off toxic relationships and choosing yourself, themes that resonated deeply with young women navigating similar situations. The track started climbing charts, and when Lil Durk jumped on the remix, it exploded. No More Cardi's remix cracked the top 40 on the Billboard Hot 100, went platinum, and suddenly Coi Leray was everywhere. She performed on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, her late-night television debut, proving she could command a stage.
Don't know, now you know. If you broke, then you gotta let 'em go. You can have anybody, anybody.
By spring 2021, she was on the cover of XXL magazine as part of their coveted freshman class, one of hip-hop's most prestigious honors for rising artists. The nominations poured in: Favorite Female Hip-Hop Artist at the 2021 American Music Awards, Best Female Hip-Hop Artist, and Best New Artist at the 2021 BET Awards. Coi was being recognized as a force in hip-hop, a voice for young women, and a trendsetter in fashion and music. She followed up with Twin'em, a track that went absolutely viral on TikTok.
Best friend, we can. No friend.
The song became a cultural moment, with millions of users creating content around it. She was nominated for TikTok Bop of the Year and debuted at #2 on Billboard's Top Triller US charts. Coi understood something many established artists didn't. Social media wasn't just promotion, it was the new frontier of music discovery. In early 2022, she released Anxiety, a more vulnerable track that showed her emotional depth beyond the catchy hooks and viral moments.
I got way too many people eating off me.
The song addressed mental health struggles, the pressure of fame, and the cost of constantly being in the public eye. It was Coi at her most raw, proving she wasn't just a TikTok rapper. She was a real artist with something to say. Her debut album, Trendsetter, dropped in 2022, featuring the Nicki Minaj collaboration, Blick Blick.
I said, push it, click, click.
Having Nicki on a track was a massive cosign, validation from one of hip-hop's queens that Coi belonged in the conversation. The album showcased her versatility: melodic rap on some tracks, hard bars on others, like Bops and Papers with Chief Keef, and Mission Impossible with Lil Tecca. By this point, Coi had accumulated over 1 billion streams across platforms. She'd expanded beyond music into television with her own cooking show, Cooking with Coi Leray.
Look at this. So fire.
The jelly though.
And became the face of Kim Kardashian's Skims Cozy Collection campaign. She was setting trends in fashion, music, and culture, exactly as her album title promised. But success came with complications. Her relationship with Benzino remained strained, playing out publicly through social media and music. They'd take shots at each other, then hint at reconciliation, then fall out again. The cycle was painful to watch. A father and daughter who clearly loved each other, but couldn't find a way to communicate without hurting each other.
You don't call, you don't write, but you take everything to the internet, and you get on the internet and you try to play this, I don't know, you try to just whatever. Try to downplay me, try to make it play victim, try to make it seem like I'm attacking you, try to make it seem like my intentions is to hurt you, and that's never the case here.
Benzino would criticize her career choices, her relationships, her music. Coi would fire back in songs and interviews, asserting her independence and calling out what she saw as his hypocrisy. The public nature of their feud was messy.
And what I called you for, yeah, I called you for some money. I made you, you didn't make me. Right, I called Ray Ray and everybody else. I'm supposed to. Who the f else am I supposed to call? What the f is the matter with this generation and you kids, man? Y'all are Angie knew what she was doing. She don't like me. Angela Yee knew what she was doing. She don't like me. But you had no problem with disrespecting the fucking man that brought you here. I had you. You didn't have me. My career, I did amazing things. I'm proud of what you're doing, but Coi, you ain't done this shit or made the money that I made. You couldn't walk in my fucking Adidas for an hour. How can you get on here and say that you're a clout? I'm using you for clout. Coi, your first record was disrespecting me. Your first record that Universal allowed was you disrespecting your father.
But Coi has been consistent in expressing a desire to eventually mend things, to not repeat the mistakes that broke their relationship in the first place. Then came the drama that would dominate headlines in 2024 and 2025. Coi entered a relationship with fellow rapper Trippie Redd. On the surface, they seemed good together. Two successful artists who understood the pressures of fame. They went public with their relationship, posted cute couple content, and in late 2024, announced they were expecting a child together. Fans were excited, imagining this as Coi's happy ending, except it wasn't. In January 2025, just weeks after announcing the pregnancy, Coi publicly accused Trippie Redd of cheating on her. The accusation came via social media, and what followed was a complete meltdown of their relationship played out for millions to watch. Heated exchanges, cryptic posts, and then the music started dropping. Coi released song snippets that were clearly directed at Trippie Redd, calling him out for his betrayal while she was carrying his child. The lyrics were scathing, personal, and left no doubt about who she was talking about. Then she got into it with Trippie Redd's ex-girlfriend, Alex, with both women going back and forth on social media in a messy public spectacle. The drama escalated quickly. Coi released an entire EP containing tracks that addressed the situation, her pain, her anger, her disappointment. She was turning her heartbreak into art, but it was also clear this was deeply personal and incredibly painful. Being cheated on is hard enough. Being cheated on while pregnant and having it play out publicly, that's a different level of violation. But here's where Coi's story takes an even darker turn. While dealing with the Trippie Redd drama, she was simultaneously fighting a legal battle that threatened to destroy her career entirely. Remember 1801 Records, the label she'd signed with early in her career? That deal had become a nightmare. Coi revealed she was holding off on releasing new music because of a contract dispute with the now defunct record label. She accused 1801 Records of trying to sabotage her career, of blocking releases, of creating legal obstacles that prevented her from moving forward artistically. The label was essentially dead, but the contract was still binding, trapping Coi in limbo. She described the long-standing legal battle as taking a serious toll on her mental health. Here she was at the peak of her career with billions of streams and massive opportunities, but she couldn't release music freely because of a contract she'd signed when she was young and desperate for a shot. It's the classic music industry horror story. Young artist signs bad deal, becomes successful, then gets buried by the very contract that was supposed to launch them. Coi has been outspoken about what she sees as predatory industry practices. She suggested that record labels sometimes orchestrate feuds between female rappers to boost engagement and streams, profiting off drama while the artists destroy each other. Whether or not that's true in every case, it speaks to Coi's awareness of how the industry manipulates artists, particularly women, for profit. Currently, as of 2025, Coi is navigating multiple crises simultaneously. She was pregnant with Trippie Redd's child while publicly feuding with him. She's fighting to get out of her contract with 1801 Records so she can release music again. She's dealing with the ongoing complications of her relationship with Benzino, and she's trying to maintain her career momentum while all of this chaos swirls around her. Despite everything, she's continued to work. She's been in the studio, creating music she can't get released. She's maintained her social media presence, staying connected with fans even when she can't give them new songs. She's been open about her struggles with mental health, about how the legal battles and personal drama have affected her emotionally. As of 2025, Coi Leray's net worth is estimated at approximately $2 million. It's a solid figure for a relatively young artist, built on the streaming revenue, touring, brand partnerships, and various business ventures. But it's also lower than it should be, likely because of the contract issues that have prevented her from capitalizing fully on her success. When you can't release music freely, when you're stuck in legal battles, you're leaving money on the table. There have been other controversies beyond the major ones. Some critics have taken issue with how she uses samples in her music, suggesting she changes them too much. Coi has defended her approach, arguing that she's introducing younger audiences to music history, connecting them to songs they might never discover otherwise. It's a valid point. Sampling is a core element of hip-hop, and artists have always put their own spin on borrowed material. Coi's personal life has been complicated in other ways too. Beyond Trippie Redd, she's had other high-profile relationships that didn't work out. She's been linked to various artists and athletes, with each relationship playing out to some degree in public. Being young, famous, and dating in the spotlight is difficult. Every breakup becomes content, every argument becomes gossip. Looking ahead, Coi's future depends largely on resolving her contract situation. If she can get out of the 1901 Records deal, she'll be free to release music on her own terms, potentially going independent or signing with a label that actually supports her vision. She's proven she has the fan base, the talent, and the work ethic to succeed. She just needs to be unleashed from the legal chains holding her back.
The pregnancy adds another layer of complexity. Being a single mother or co-parenting with someone you're publicly feuding with while trying to maintain a music career is incredibly challenging. Coi will have to navigate motherhood, her career, and the public scrutiny that comes with all of it. But she's tough. Dropping out of high school and making it this far proved that. Her relationship with Benzino remains unresolved. Both have expressed desire for reconciliation, but old wounds and new conflicts keep getting in the way. Perhaps becoming a mother herself will give Coi new perspective on her father's actions, or perhaps it will deepen her understanding of why their relationship fractured. Time will tell. Coi has also hinted at wanting to expand further into other areas of entertainment. The cooking show was just the beginning. She's talked about acting, about building a fashion line, about creating opportunities for herself beyond just music. She understands that diversification is key to longevity in entertainment. What makes Coi Leray's story compelling isn't just the drama, it's her refusal to be defeated by it. She could have given up when her father disowned her. She could have quit when early music didn't blow up immediately. She could have let the contract dispute destroy her. She could have let Trippie Redd's betrayal break her. But she keeps fighting.
She's become a voice for young women who refuse to be controlled by fathers, by boyfriends, by record labels, by industry expectations. Her music speaks to a generation that values authenticity over perfection, vulnerability over invincibility. When Coi raps about anxiety, about toxic relationships, about fighting for her independence, millions of young women see themselves in her story. The sampling criticism, the father drama, the relationship chaos, the contract battles, all of it has shaped Coi into an artist who understands struggle intimately. She's not rapping about problems she's heard about. She's rapping about problems she's living. That authenticity resonates, even when the execution isn't always perfect. Coi Leray is still writing her story. At just 27 years old, she's already accomplished more than most artists do in entire careers. Platinum records, XXL freshman class, billions of streams, major brand deals, she's proven herself. But the next chapter is uncertain. Will she break free from her contract and dominate? Will motherhood shift her priorities? Will she finally reconcile with Benzino? Will she and Trippie find a way to co-parent peacefully? What's certain is this: Coi Leray won't disappear quietly. She's too loud, too persistent, too determined to be anything other than exactly who she is. She didn't survive dropping out of school, being disowned by her father, and grinding from the bottom just to let a bad contract or a cheating boyfriend stop her now. The daughter who refused to live in her father's shadow has cast her own, and that shadow is growing, expanding, touching millions of young women who see in Coi Leray a reflection of their own struggles, their own refusal to accept less than they deserve, their own determination to succeed on their own terms. That's not just a career, that's a movement, and Coi Leray is leading it, one viral track and one personal battle at a time.